Welcome back, it's Melanie, or She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page layout using the 49 and Market Vintage Artistry Everywhere collection. I have had this for quite some time and haven't really created with it as much as I would have liked, I guess. I really like how their background pages are kind of mixed media already for you. Initially, I thought I was going to use this kind of just blue paper, but then I was having a hard time kind of trying to tie in the other colors of the collection. I just didn't want like a orange paper just to stick out so much. So instead, I decided to switch it up, and I think those are kind of like tickets. I decided to use that paper as my base page. And then I am going to end up using two photos for the layout. I am going to mat them both in white, and then I am going to matte, I guess maybe you could say the main picture in a dark blue. This is part of the collection as well. It's just a scrap piece that I have left over, but I did want to bring in kind of that darker blue there. The reason I kind of picked this layout or this paper collection, I don't know, this collection out is because I knew I had some rub-ons in this collection and I don't use them very often. And for some reason, I really just felt like using them. And so I knew I had quite a few. And luckily I found these two photos from the airport and thought it was perfect because it really is a travel themed collection. So now that I kind of have, I guess maybe the base of the layout out, I kind of had to figure out how to incorporate the rub-ons. I have this thicker pack, and then I have just like I think it's a pack of two. So again, just really trying to kind of figure out, all right, this is how I want the layout. How do I incorporate these rub-ons now? Because that was really the main reason I chose this collection that particular day. So I did decide to add one to the top. Again, it just kind of blends in with the mixed media look of the background. So did I really need to use the rub-ons? No, I did not. Am I happy I did? Absolutely, because they've been in my stash and I just have not turned to them as much as I should be. I then decided to add one from the pack of two. They have kind of, it's almost like a dictionary with the word and then the definition. And so I did choose one for the bottom left. Again, it really just it just blends into the background, but just adds a little bit extra. My favorite one that I use on the layout is still to come. I'm so happy I figured out how to add even one more of those. So I did end up using the film strip and then this orange piece of paper. I wanted to add that orange kind of to anchor my photos. And I like how I have the green film strip, the orange paper, the photo is matted in the blue. I just felt like it really helped kind of bring in all of the colors of the background paper. And I do think that choosing this background paper helped tremendously with just kind of the flow of the layout, the colors, and all of that. So I am going to pop that right-hand photo up on foam tape. I don't think I have, well, maybe I did place it down already. My bad. I missed that. But then I did add the title down to the bottom left. That is part of this collection as well. That is a chipboard. There's lots of different titles there. So that was great. This is now where I am going to kind of have fun with adding that extra rub-on. So I found that scrap piece of green. I really just wanted extra layers in this layout as well. And so I found that scrap piece of green, and it was a solid enough piece of paper that I figured I could add another rub-on. And this rub-on is like an older airplane, and I just thought it was so cute and appropriate because we are boarding the airplane. So I was just really excited about being able to use that one because it would have blended in too much on that busy background. And another thing I do want to mention, I have just started using rub-ons. They kind of scared me in the beginning. When I went to the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo last spring, so a year ago, my aunt was interested in them, and so I was kind of influenced by her to get some, and they are just super, super easy. I do struggle kind of with placement maybe. I've only used them in a handful of layouts, but they are just so easy. So if you're like me and were afraid or are afraid of using the rub-ons, don't be. They are just such an easy embellishment. Really kind of a great layering piece as well. So now embellishing, there is that chipboard to the left that says let's go, and then I just added a little kind of compass enamel shape there. Added, I can't ever remember, a geode? I don't know if that's the right word. Added that to the title just to kind of add another piece there. And then I'm kind of going through and seeing if I have any flares from Scrap and Happy Studio to use. There were a handful of them that I thought maybe I could, but instead I decided to save those and really focus on using up pieces of this collection. And while I was going through my flares, I did find another layering piece, that kind of bluish paper at the top, and just tuck that in just again for some more layers, some more papers kind of with this layout. And so over here I did decide to use, I don't really want to call it an arrow, but that kind of I guess diamond shape, half a diamond shaped I don't know, chipboard piece, and then I layered 2 of the chipboard circular elements over there as well, and then just finished that cluster off with one of the enamel dots from the collection. So I think there's a few pieces of this collection left at a cherry on top, so I will link that down below for you guys if you are interested. But I hope you enjoyed this layout, and we will see you next time. Bye guys!